Good morning, everybody. My name's Johnny Brady, and got a little story that I want to tell you about what happened to me on October the 22nd of last year. I had a major heart attack, and I'm going to give you all the details, and I'm going to let you know that way in case someone you love has these same symptoms or signs, and maybe you can save their life. So a week before October 22nd, I kept having these little signs where I thought it was gas. I would take a Tums and it would go away. And the very next day, I would take another Tums because I felt like gas again. So all that happened about 4 or 5 days in a row. And I didn't think anything of it, you know. I had had problems in the past where, you know, you get a little bit of gas caught in your chest and it just hurt like hell, you know. So I didn't really think anything of it. And plus I've had a little bit of acid reflux in my life, and I would take a Tums for that or a Rolate or something and it would go away. I'd been to the doctor about, you know, having heartburn, and so I just didn't really think anything about those little telltale signs that happened that week. So on October the 22nd, which was on a Friday, got off work, got home, had a regular day, felt great, went to bed that night. About 2 o'clock in the morning, maybe 2:30 in the morning, woke up and I was sweating, which it was a little bit cold that night, and sometimes I sleep with a heating blanket, you know, on low, and I'd woke up and threw the heating blanket off of me, thought it was gas, got up, got me a Tums, laid back down. Chest was hurting, but didn't really think anything about it. Tried to go back to sleep, couldn't go back to sleep. Chest kept hurting. Woke up a little bit later on that night, maybe 30-45 minutes later, and my chest was still hurting. So I took another Tums, hoping it would go away. Didn't go away. Sat there, tossed and turned. You know, and like I said, you know, I mean, I had had symptoms in the past, just like this. So I didn't really think anything about it. And so I tossed and turned, got up, walked around, tried to go to the bathroom. Tried to take a poop. Just tried to burp, fart, anything, you know. I mean, I'm being straight up honest with you here. I'm not beating around the bush or anything like that. I'm not, you know, I'm 52 years old. So I'm just trying to give you guys the best information that I can on what happened to me. So probably about 4 hours had went by. It had not changed. Woke my wife up, told her that, hey, do we have anything else for gas because this isn't going away. And she's like, yes, we have some Mylanta, and they're on top of the fridge. So went in there and got some Mylanta, took a swig of Mylanta, tried to lay back down, chest was hurting, tried to burp, turned over on my belly, trying to get some gas to relief. Nothing. So probably about 7 o'clock in the morning, after 5 hours, okay, I had woke her back up, told her, I said, look, I said, this isn't going away. Fooled around for a few minutes, and all of a sudden, I started throwing up. At that point, I knew that there was something wrong. I was like, well, this isn't quite right. I think maybe you're gonna have to take me to the hospital. And luckily she did, because I had been fighting this major heart attack for approximately 5 hours at that point. And it was the Widowmaker, okay? So we walked out to the car. I walked out to the car. My wife drove me to the hospital. When we got to the hospital, I could barely walk in the hospital, but I walked in the hospital. Walked up to the main desk, and I told her, I said, look, I said, I don't know what's going on. I said, but something's not right. I said, my chest is hurting, and, it's hurting really bad now. And she was like, well, come back here and let's check you out. She hooked me up to the machine, and then she come back out there, and she was like, Mr. Brady, you're having a major heart attack. And I'm like, oh shit. I'm fixing to die. Just a couple of seconds after that, people got me, rushed me to the back, and that's all I remember, is saying goodbye to my wife, looking at her, and thinking maybe that's the last time I'm fixing to see my wife. And it's tough, man. It was tough. So I woke up in the hospital a little while later, had 2 stents in my heart, and stayed in there for a week, recovering. Finally, I got to go home. Felt great. After my stents, I felt great. Started eating better, exercising, going to cardiovascular rehabilitation, exercising there, trying to do all the things to try to make my heart improve, because I had fought the heart attack for so long, it had actually killed some of the muscle in my heart. Some of the muscle in my heart was dead. So I had to start taking medicine, Jardiance, Brilinta, aspirin, the regular stuff. And took it for, a month. I can't remember, a month, 2 months, something like that. And then I had to go back to the doctor, and they did another scan thing of my heart with the thing, looking at all the stuff to find out what the fraction was. So the fraction for my heart, I was in heart failure at that point. I was between 30 and 35 for my heart fracture. So they looked at my heart to see if the medicine had started helping my heart get any better, and it wasn't. So my heart fraction was still at 30 to 35. So they told me that I was going to wind up having to get a defibrillator and a pacemaker put in my heart and in my chest, which I did. I had the, I know y'all probably are like, this dude's unbuttoning his shirt, but I had this right here, the defibrillator, put in last Tuesday. And It's been really sore. It's hurt. My shoulder has been really sore, and my chest right here has been, sore. It's difficult for me to sleep at night. I'm usually sleeping on my side, and I haven't been able to sleep on my side. It's like laying flat or, to try to get comfortable. So it's been very, very difficult. It's been very emotional. I can't tell you how many times I've just broke down and started crying because, I'm going through a little bit of depression because of thinking, I could be spending the last days with my family, and that's putting a little more stress on me than what really should, but I guess that's normal for anybody that's going through such a dramatic thing like I've had to go through. I feel very lucky, very, very blessed to have fought a widowmaker heart attack for 5 hours and lived. And here I am making a video for you, a week after I just had my defibrillator put in. So God has blessed me tremendously, and I'm very, very thankful to still be here with my family. And I have had a lot of support from family and friends, and it is, people at work, and it's just been absolutely insane over the past 6 months or so. I was a smoker. I smoked cigarettes, but I exercised. I ate fairly good. I wasn't perfect. I like salads. I like seafood. I like fish. I fish. I like fruits. I like juices. So I drank juices, and I ate a lot of fruits. I ate salads. So now, here I am today, making this video for you guys. So I had this put in a week ago, and it has been a little uncomfortable, but I guess that's, something that is expected over the first week of having a defibrillator put in your chest, if anybody or love, or even a close friend has had any of these symptoms right here, it's not the end of the world. It's some people aren't as lucky as me. Some people have a heart attack and that's it. They die. I've, over just a week ago, my wife's work, them guys had been praying for me, and one of the ladies last Friday, her boyfriend had a massive heart attack and died. He wasn't as lucky as me. I guess God's got a plan for all of us, and it's different, and it's really humbled me. It's made me appreciate things a little more. Maybe I was an asshole to some people, in the past, and I realize now that I've got to change my ways. I've got to make every day count. I've got to make people want to be a part of me, as a friend, show a little more support, and think about what people, if they're having a bad day and they're not being so nice to me or something like that. I don't know what they're going through in their life. I don't know what their family's going through. And, so I think I've thought about things like that a lot more. I've got a long way to go. It's not over. I'm out of work right now. I won't be going back to work till, 6/9. That's if things don't change. You know, so far I've had no problems. Everything's been great. And I've got some really good doctors. So they're doing everything they can for me. So I wanted to make this video for you guys to let you know, it's not the end of the world. Stay positive. Do all the things that you're supposed to do. Stop smoking. Smoking is not good for you. And believe me, I smoked since I was 15 years old. I'm 52 now, so 37 years, I smoked. And I haven't had a cigarette since October the 22nd. And I feel so much better. I feel really great. I can't lift anything right now over 10 pounds, and I can't put my hand above my head or anything like that, but I feel good. Everybody tells me I look good. You know what I'm saying? I look healthy. So that's great. I appreciate it. Like I said, I've had a lot of support from friends and family, and it's meant the world to me. Without all you guys, it would be way tougher to handle this than what it is right now. Because it's a struggle every single day. And but don't give up. If you're going through the same situation that I'm going through, or you're not living right, make sure you're good with the Lord first of all. Make sure you're talking to God. Make sure you're saved. Make sure you ask for forgiveness every night. Don't just when you pray, ask God, please, dear Lord, I need money, I need this, I need that. Thank Him for all the little things that you have. Don't take nothing for granted, because we're not promised tomorrow. So I love you guys. I've been wanting to make this video for a little while, and I hope that by you hearing some of my symptoms and some of the things that I've went through, well, let me tell you a couple more things real quick, okay? I'm sorry. So I have had a little bit of, dizziness, and a little bit of shortness of breath. But I haven't had nearly the shortness of breath since I got the defibrillator for a week ago that I did have. I have had maybe 1 or 2 instances since I've had the defibrillator of being a little bit dizzy. But my blood pressure, I went to my primary doctor yesterday, and my blood pressure was fantastic. It was like 128 over 80, which was really good. So it's not the end of the world. You can have a normal, healthy life after a heart attack and after getting a defibrillator or a pacemaker put in you. And the pacemaker is put in your chest to save you. It's not there to, just because it's there to save your life if you need it. So, well, I got a truck going by, so let me wait just a second. So be thankful that you have the pacemaker. Be thankful that you've got the pacemaker or the defibrillator, because it can save your life. And I hope this was an educational video for you guys, and I hope it helps you guys. But stay strong, okay? Don't give up. Eat right. Stop smoking. Stop drinking. Do all the things that you're supposed to do. And love every day, everybody that you see, because you're not promised tomorrow. I love you guys. Take care. I'll see you next time.